Hello. I'm not late by a minute. Don't look at the time. We almost made it. Who cares? Close enough. It's not like I ruined somebody's day by being a minute late. So it's fine. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, Jesus, sorry. Okay, we should be running. Anyway, so, give me just 1 second here. Okay. Let me close down my Discord just to make sure I don't get any notifications. Hey, Balor, how are you, brother? Give me a second. I need to blow my nose. All right, I'm back. I feel better today. Less pain in the bones. So maybe I did just have some kind of like weird little sickness come about or something. Notes. What notes? Nose. Needed to blow my nose. Yeah, I needed to blow up my notes. Yeah, I didn't want anybody to find them, so I decided to set them on fire and then blow them up with dynamite. That's actually what I meant. Anyway. So I've been working on the website, trying to get it finished. As you can see, today's stream is called Finishing the Website, maybe. I'd really love to get the wireframe done so I could just send it to start getting prepared. So that would be great if we could do that. Yeah. So there's a couple sections I still don't really like. I updated it, some of it updated. Did I say updated it? No, updated it. So I'll show you the new wireframe that I got. There's a couple things I still don't like that I want to tweak. Some things look fine. Obviously, this isn't a perfect wireframe. It's going to look a little bit different when we put it into Webflow. But yeah, I kind of like how it's turning out, but there's just a couple sections which aren't fitting exactly right, which I'm not like completely sure of how I want to handle. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. After you finish the website, what now? Well, I'm not finished yet, so for now, we will just do the website. Hopefully we'll get it done today. But after that, I'm not fully sure. I think we're probably going to start creating the email nurture system for myself and my potential clients. So we have that prepared. So that's probably the next thing we're going to do. And then after that, maybe we're going to look into different methods of outreach so we could maybe potentially get clients a little faster. So that's the plan there. Let's take a look at our instantly campaigns. I haven't gotten any emails, so presumably there have not been any positive messages. Give me a sec. How's it going with your first client? It's okay. I finished her marketing plan. I told her what I think that what I think we should do next, and I'm waiting for her to reply. It's all good. Otherwise, let me take a look at our campaign. So we sent out another somewhat amount of emails. Let me see. So far sent out another like 36 emails today. No replies at all, which is a shame. So far, the stats are like kind of okay. Out of 126 emails sent, including follow-ups, we got one positive reply, which is not like super wrong. For the amount of data we have, it's kind of to be expected. So we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of it. So no more replies from the campaign, like I said. And other than that, I haven't really done much else. So I just worked on the website. I'll show you the new wireframe. And other than that, not much else going on. So not a big fan of the way it did this. So I'll just share my screen. There you go. Let me update this text. It's just working on my website. Yeah. Okay. There's that. Let me take a look actually if she saw my message. Maybe she's just busy. Yeah, she hasn't seen it, so that's fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so back to the Canva AI shit. That's kind of okay. I was thinking of maybe having something like this. I'm just not 100% sure. I was thinking of doing something like, where is it? Guarantee? Like this. I liked the way this looked, but not fully sure anymore. Anyway, I'll show you the wireframe we have right now. So let me zoom in so you can see a little more clearly. So you already saw this part before. I still think that this part is a bit long for one section. It's just that I really don't know how else to make it like look better, because this is all talking about the same thing. I was thinking maybe splitting these two boxes up with a heading or like a subheading, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so there's that. You already saw that. This is the old one. Like I want to replace this with something else. This is the one I have currently on my website. Then I have made this, the agency pricing scam, where when you hover over these, it's gonna flip them over and you'll be able to see behind them. Then we have the pricing discrimination calculator as well, which I'll have this be like a slider you could use, and it'll show you how much agencies charge per year, how much they save, and the fact that we charge this only as a one-time fee. Then we have our transparent pricing section, which I'm not 100% sure still on the colors. I might make it grayscale. I might not. I'm really not sure. I might separate the classes from based on the border color instead. Don't really know. As you can see, the text is not fully done. I just kind of made it to see what it would look like. Then we have the guarantee section, which you can see there. Why we can make this guarantee. And then the requirements. I think this section looks fairly nice. Then a nice little call to action at the bottom. This is already on my website. I think this is fine. I like the way it looks. Same with this. I kind of like it. Then we have the FAQ section, which is new. I'm still not 100% sure if I want these to go across the whole section or if I want them to be inside of their own box. So we could make them a bit shorter. I'm not sure, because right now it just looks a little long because of how big they are. And if I make them too skinny, they're going to look kind of shit. So maybe I will end up putting all of this in a box as well, but I'll see. I'll think about it. Not 100% sure on that. And that's just an example of what it will look like when you press on it and open it up. Also not 100% sure about that. Then you have this call to action here, which text and whatnot needs a little bit of work. It's fine to start with. Like, the design is not perfect. We're just trying to get something that's good enough. And then I have the landing page wireframe, which I want this, but in dark mode. Same questions and everything. And then the FAQ section in it as well. So that's what we have so far. We're going to see how it looks like once I actually build it out in Webflow. Because it's going to look a little different. It's going to look better. Like, this is just very... I don't know if primitive is the right word, but it's just an example of kind of what I want it to look like. It's not exactly how it's going to look. We're going to change some of the icons. The spacing is going to be better. Because right now it's probably a little visually jarring. Because the like margins and padding and stuff is not the same. Some stuff is not centered. But again, it's just to give us a general idea of how it's going to look. So yeah, that's that. That's what I've done there. Hey, Mr. Amph, I do. Welcome. Welcome back, I suppose. So yeah, there's really just that one section, this, that I kind of want to update because I think it's a bit unnecessarily long. So, and I might change... I don't know if I want to change this. I like this the way it is, but there's probably a classier kind of way to show off the information. But anyway, like, it's good enough for what it is. This is fairly simple. This is simple. These are easy to read and understand. So it's all good. We'll see. How was your day? It's going good. It's all right. Can't complain. Better than yesterday. Felt a bit shit yesterday. Thought I might be getting sick, but feeling okay today. How about you? So yeah, also then I'm also probably going to add some animations so that as you scroll, stuff kind of, you know, appears in frame. Make it look a little nicer too. Hey, Vanny Media. What's up? Are you new here? I don't recall seeing your name before. Welcome either way. So yeah, that's what we have. I want to get a nicer section going for this. I might just keep it the way it is if we don't find anything new, but preferably I'd like something just a little more streamlined. Unrelated, but I just followed you on Instagram Lite. Okay, nice. What is Instagram Lite? Am I the longest consistent viewer appearing in your streams? I think you are. I think you are, yes. I believe so. Today I finished finals. Nice. Like, finals for the year, or like finals... What kind of finals? In college, in high school? Seem happy about that, huh? So this looks kind of nice. Maybe we'll have something like this. I'll save it anyway. Let me make it how it works section. Oops. Version 1. Desktop. These are kind of done now. High school. Okay, nice. What are you gonna be going to college, or are you going into the workforce after? What are your plans afterwards? And hey again, Vanny Media. Are you a fan of movies? I mean, who doesn't like movies? I don't watch them often, but like, I do like them when I see them. Why is this kind of weird? Hold on. What kind of movies do you watch? I don't watch a lot, I will say. I'm not a big movie watcher. I like movies, but I really don't have a lot of time. Gonna run away from this country. From what country and where you gonna go? Do you have the money to go? Hey, brother. Hey, Moby. What's up? Or Moby. Welcome. Nice to have you here. I hope these messages reset soon. Don't want to open up my other account. No, but I'll try to Europe. Okay, nice. Just do it fair and square. Do it legally. We don't like illegal criminals here. As long as you do it legally, it's all good. But, well, I wish you luck. And you know, like, if you succeed, do you know what you're gonna do? Are you gonna go to college here? Or, you know, I don't know, do something else? What did you, is there anything, like, anything you like that you did in high school? Anything you think you're good at? Any idea of a job you'd like? At this point, you became part of my schedule. Yeah, you're here, like, literally every day. I still don't understand why, but, like, I mean, I'm happy to have you. That's kind of nice. I like the font, too. I wonder what font that is. Let me check real quick. I'm just curious. I hope it's not just Inter. But it probably is. Oh, it won't tell me. Okay. Well, fuck you then. That's nice, though. I like that. I'm going to screenshot this. P2, P1. Nope, not contact. I want you to go in how it works. And then let me highlight it. I like the little particles going on in the background too. Very nice. Let me grab some of them. Damn, I missed that. Man, I suck at this. Come on, give me some. Okay, there we go. P2, P2. There you go. Give me another design. Thank you. Hairdresser. Nice. My brother's in Austria. Cool. You're gonna go to your brother then? I live in Spain currently. Sorry, Kai. Don't know if you're watching, but I gotta mute my phone. Discord no more. Let me grab hold on, I need to make a stream markers thing. 408. I want to fly to the US, bro. I want to get rich with the American dollar. The American dollar is kind of going down the shitter now. I mean, the euro is stronger than the dollar, so. Are you a developer? No, I'm not a developer. I am a marketer and a web designer. I'm using this to give me ideas for my website because I'm building up my website from scratch again because I didn't really like the design. Like, it was fine, but we have a much better design now. I'm just replacing some of the sections. I'm replacing this section currently. I made this the other day, planned it out. Then I'm gonna put it into Webflow. This looks really shit. Stinky. Very stinky. Don't like. Well, yeah, there you go. That's what I'm building. Well, unless you mean the business. If it's the business, then we're building a digital marketing agency. Vichy! Aren't you supposed to be in school? Or is it after that now? No, I think your classes probably would have ended by now. How's college going? You had that like opening program or whatever you talked about. How was that? My brother also cites programmer. Oh, as in like he makes websites as well? Does he do front end or back end or both? I want to go. Wait, really? Yes, really. Euro is stronger. I think every euro. No, I think like 0.86 cents of a euro is $1. Somewhere around there. I want to go to London. What do you want to do in London? London's kind of a shithole right now. Yeah, not a fan of this. Keep it dark mode and take inspiration from linear. What's it? Is it linear.com? Linear.app. Mr. Amph, you don't know. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, lots of people, bands, stores, fresh meat in school. Nice. Sounds good. We never had anything like that in my university. I hated college. I really didn't like going there. I occasionally liked the people I talked to, but I always hated going there. Mainly because it was so far away. Sword fight. Because I go there because I'm good at English and Euro is there. Euro is not there, brother. They use pounds in the UK. If you want to use Euro and you want something like the UK, you got to go to Ireland. Womp womp. Yeah, true. Do you like going to your university? How much do you learn from design? Is this a good feature? Currently, you freelancing or self-employed? I'm trying to start a digital marketing agency. Gotta go, brother. Hope you have a lovely day. You too, brother. Hope to see you around. And what do you mean, how much do you learn from design? And if it's a good feature, I don't really know what you mean. Can you rephrase, please? No, you don't like going, Vishy. Why not? What's wrong with it? I mean, you chose your career. That's it. You've used your free messages. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, let me grab this. And sign into my other account. People, lots of people. You don't like people? I'm kind of the same. This is true. I also don't like when there's loads of people. I'm with you on that. Here's our second thing. How do you earn money? Well, currently I don't have any money. I have one signed client on a revenue share model. And besides that, we're still waiting for our email campaigns to start actually bringing in some clients. So we're still a little behind on that. I mean, it's only been actually, this is week 3 now, actually. Yeah, day 21. Shit, we are running out of time. I gotta hurry the fuck up. Damn. Alright. Ironic in me being a nurse. Yeah, this is true. You should probably like people if you're a nurse. I mean, that's kind of okay. It just looks so much like the other section that's directly underneath it, which is the problem. Because, let me show you. So you see this section, it kind of looks like this, except it's got numbers, but it's still got the 4-grid layout. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. I want to break up the monotony a little bit. I guess we can come back to this afterwards. Anyways, I'm a yeet. All right. See ya. Nice to have you stop by anyway. What is this nerd stuff? It's just web design. Gotta go role play with ChatGPT and escape reality. All right, fair enough. I hope you have a good time with that. You can fill me in on what you're role playing on later. What AI tools do you use regularly? Well, I use Canva AI, and I use ChatGPT, and I occasionally use Perplexity AI, but that's about it. I don't really use much AI. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I am more of an introvert for sure. Definitely more of an introvert. I like people. I like hanging out. I like talking to people, but it's really exhausting for me. Redesign it. Don't use a 4 volume layout. Wait, you guys use ChatGPT as well? Yeah, I mean, almost the whole world does at this point. Am I minutes late? What do you mean? What does that mean? Hold on. I'm gonna go turn off this AC. I wonder how many times I've said that. Like, I'm gonna go turn on the AC or turn off the AC or get some water. It'd be funny to see a compilation of all of the times I did that. I'm 23. How about you? <sighs> 24. Ah, nice. What do you do in life? So I kind of like this sort of thing, but what I don't like is all the empty space on the other side. That's what my issue is. You're a developer. What kind? Are you front end, back end, or full stack? How's your financial situation? Seems like you're kind of in a risk zone based on the fact that you're nothing. Yeah, this is true. I mean, I'm still fine. Like I said, I have about 90 days ish. So this is day 21. So we have about, you know, the funny number of days left, 69. Full stack React and Java. Nice. Is that what you do for work? Or do you work anywhere, or maybe you're just like still in college? I don't know. What kind of stuff do you make? What is with all the developers? Like, I swear, my the only types of people I attract seem to be developers and what the fuck is this? That is horrendous. Looks like a fucking Steven Spielberg movie. Because I'm working in a private company. Okay, nice. What kind of stuff do you build? Wait, as I was saying, the only kind of people I seem to attract is Indians and developers. Why is it that sometimes the chats don't appear for me? Because I saw that chat that was just 69 over and over and over. But it didn't appear. Might get banned. I don't know if you can get banned like that. Pearson products. I don't know what that means. I haven't heard of that. But I don't know why I just the messages just don't appear sometimes. Like I see it in the overlay, which is where you can see your own messages in the bottom right corner, but I don't see it in my dock, which is strange. Don't really know why. It's doing the grid layout again. Son of a... Maybe it's fine if I do something like that. Maybe something like this. I just really don't want it to get repetitive. Because it is kind of repetitive right now. No. We'll see. We'll see if we can get another kind of design going. And if not, I might just go with something that I have already. After 90-day mark, let's say you actually went successful or unsuccessful. If it's successful, then I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm probably just gonna keep working on the business and try to scale it higher. I don't know if I'll be streaming anymore after that, because I will have kind of accomplished my goal. But I'll probably just keep scaling it. If it's unsuccessful, I'm gonna go back to my mom's basement. What is this? That is horrible. Come on, bruv. Disgusting. Kaden, I hope you don't be on... Kaden, I hope you don't be successful. No, if it's unsuccessful, I'm definitely not gonna stream anymore. That's like definitely no more streaming. Because I won't have time. I'm gonna have to go back home, move all my shit back, get a job. I'll just be too busy. Because I'm gonna have to work and do this kind of stuff at the same time, so I just won't have time. There's a higher likelihood I would keep going if it worked out. But even then, like I said, I'm not really doing this to get really big off of streaming or anything. I'm just kind of doing it for documentation purposes. Because then you'll have evidence that I wasn't, doing anything weird or anything fishy in the background. Because it's live streamed. That is horrendous. What are you doing? Pearson is a company in the US. Kind of sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, I think I've heard of it. What is it that you like do though? Is it is it like website development? Do you make some kind of apps? Do you build some kind of like internal software? What is it specifically you do? Maybe we could do something like this. Anyway, it's not like I'm gonna get any more fancy designs. So I might as well just use what I got. Alright, well, that'll do for now. Let's try to rework this. Let me open up my site where I can see the copy. There it is. Education-oriented software products. What kind of business do you do, to be specific? Okay. Well, I'm making... does that fit the screen? Yeah. Can I make this just a little... So I am building a done-for-you sales funnel for my clients. So we basically set up like their entire funnel. We run Facebook ads to get customers. The people who click on the Facebook ad get sent to a landing page, which we build for them. Then we integrate the forms or the phone, whatever call to action we use, so that it goes into their system. And ideally we use forms, but depends on the country. So we use the forms, and we try to get those people to book in with our customers, we're mainly targeting service-based businesses, primarily landscapers, and we try to get their customers to book in with them. And if they don't, from the landing page, we give them like more valuable stuff through emails and stuff to try and get them to convert. Hunter, you gotta stop with this stuff. One of these days, you're gonna catch me in a bad mood, and I'm gonna ban you just out of spite. Can you, like, come up with funner facts? Stuff that's not related to, you know, like, weird stuff? Please? Nice. Yeah, it's alright. don't have any clients to sell this to yet, but we'll get there, hopefully. Hunter, last chance. Come on, I'm serious. Come back with a different fact. The kind of facts I want is like, did you know tomato is a fruit? Yeah, keep going. I will. We'll see how far we can get. I'll find a different fact. Yeah, have it actually be a fun fact, because these are gross facts. These are not fun facts. I think that alert icon looks like there's an issue with something. Use a different icon. Yeah, it is meant to grab your attention. That's exactly why the alert icon is there. That's the point. The alert is only 4 slots remaining, so you gotta book in quick. You got the point. Good job. Anyway. All right, let's see what we got here. So, are we going with this one? Or with this one? Or with this one? Looks like the construction site. Yeah, I don't think it does, personally. I don't know about that. What other icon? I mean, a red one I don't think makes sense. The red one's kind of ugly. It also is not going to stand out because everything else here is red. So what other icon do you think I should use? Okay, so which one do we want to use? Not 100% sure. This one's kind of okay. That's kind of similar to the last one. To this. I think it makes more sense though. Yeah, this probably makes more sense. Let's go with this one. Then the other thing that I want to do is come up with a background so that we could make our boxes kind of look like glass. Because right now I can't do that because the background is just a solid color. Why do you like black and gold color on your website? Well, those are my primary colors for my brand. That's why. Because my logo is gold and green. I can show you my logo. You've probably seen it if you've been on the website. But I'll just pull it up anyway. Pull up a big picture of it. There's my logo. So the gold and green, those are our primary colors. And then we have some like accent colors to break up the monotony a little bit. How was your weekend? Well, go on then, suggest an icon. I don't know if you heard me, but I said you're welcome to suggest an icon. I'm gonna play this music, I forgot about it. My bad. It was okay. My weekend was good. How was yours? I just did the same kind of shit. I think I have scoliosis, bro. My spine feeling different. You should check that out. I think it's reversible if you're still growing. If it's an actual issue. The Serpicore logo is a snake. This is true. It is. Correct. It's also got an Ouroboros inside. That's where the name kind of comes from too. The first letters of Serp is like serpent. Yeah, I forgot the music. I did. Whoops. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of these guys because it's kind of annoying me. What stack are you using? I'm not a developer. I build the websites in Webflow. I don't need a lot of back-end functionality, so the stuff that's on Webflow does me fine. And I'm just using Canva to design it. I know there's shit like Framer and stuff, but I just don't know how to use it and I'm not bothered to learn. So I just use Canva. Why am I the only one in horizontal videos most of the time? Because the vertical ones get pushed to more people. Sometimes people watch on the horizontal, but it's way less common. Although I think it's a lot cooler. I think the horizontal one is way nicer. It's just YouTube's algorithm that only pushes to the vertical one, and since people don't know I'm streaming in both places, they don't move. So, yeah, no. Bro, I suck at designs. I can help you. I'm not super great either. I like my website though. What do you think of my website that I'm designing here? Look, I'll show you the whole thing. It's not finished yet, but you can get a general idea. It's gonna look a little different once it actually goes into Webflow. Yeah, there you go. What do you think of my design? How am I gonna do this? I think nowadays you can make more money to tell how to make business rather than making one. Yeah, but I don't want to be a scammer. Unless I can actually make it work, I don't want to do it. But this is true. Seems like a much easier business type. Better than anything I can come up with. All right. But you're not saying that it's good though. So I guess I still need some work. I'm not amazing at design either. I try though. I feel like this is gonna be too long if it's like this. Your design is actually clean and functional. That's the whole point. Yeah, you might brain distinguish. Yeah, I think that we might have to make something like this again. I feel like having it like this is just too long. When I put the text in it, I just don't think it's gonna fit well. I'm gonna be catching up with notes, so I'm gonna be quiet. That's all good. There's the modern style where you have a lot of interactivity. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of interactivity though, because I find that it throws off. Like it unless it's done very well, it can actually be distracting. I'm gonna have a little bit of interactivity with these cards. You're gonna be able to go over them and they're gonna flip over and you'll see what's underneath. And this slider as well has a bit of interactivity. And then obviously all the call to actions light up and stuff. There's gonna be like animations that when you hover over these, you're gonna see like background shadows and stuff appear. So there's gonna be a little bit of that. Again, this is very like primitive because I'm doing it in Canva. It's going to be different once I'm actually building this in Webflow. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure of how we're going to do this. Let me take a look quickly again at what we have. Maybe we're going to have to go with one of the other ones. Because this is going to be too long if we do it like this. Shouldn't the pricing be in a separate page? Too long would be boring to scroll through. Well, I'm trying to keep it varied. And although, yes, the thing is, the price for me is a major selling point. So I am including it here. I'm not including like the actual, like a huge list of features, which I might. But I think the pricing for me is important because you see this whole section here. So this is dedicated to saying that most agencies hide their prices and don't show it off. So I'm purposefully like, okay, well, look, they're going to scam you. We have easy prices. And then I list the prices. Originally, I was just going to have one of them listed, but I figured I'll put all three because like these work as good anchor prices compared to the trial. So people would see these and go like, wow, these guys charge a lot, but then they have this like cheap trial in comparison. So it's just because of my specific marketing strategy that I'm including them. Usually you'd be right. For a lot of businesses, it would make more sense to have it on a separate page. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to include them on my page and I'll have it in the nav bar, but it'll just scroll to this section instead of opening on a separate page. This is built like an advertisement. Like you go from the top and you see, okay, this is what you get, how you benefit. Add a little bit of urgency from limited spots, how the system works, how other people will scam you on price, why we are better, and we have transparent pricing here, you could see. Then we have a guarantee, which is we'll work for free until you get your certain results. Why would you choose us over other agencies? And then we have a qualification thing, which is like who this is for and not for, and then frequently asked questions. So like, I want to have all of this stuff because it's important to have it. Like, yeah, some people will get bored and some people won't read it. This is true. But anybody that does want the information, I like it to be there. I'm trying to make it more and more concise, but it gets really difficult. Because there's so much information I want to say. There's so much stuff I want to say. But it's really hard to make it concise. Like, I think that this section is a bit too long, but I just don't know how I could make it shorter and still explain everything I want to explain. You can see the text is not updated. Don't worry about that. We have a separate document. I'll be filling that in later. But I want to be able to describe everything. So, look, I don't know. I'll see how it is. Maybe I'm going to change my mind later and, you know, fix some stuff, make it shorter. I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I'll change strategies. Maybe I'll make like a couple of different landing pages for testing purposes and see which one converts better, which one has like less sections and more sections. I'll see. We will go through it at some point and, you know, figure out what works best. I really can't see shit here sometimes. That's the wrong size, that's why it's not fitting. You know, just for temporary sake, I'm gonna add a border so I can fucking see. Oops. Let me grab one of these. I can't. Let me grab one of these. I can make these a little bit bigger. Hey, bro, I gotta go to sleep or else I can get an ass whooping. It's all good. Good night, man. Thanks for coming by. Okay, bye, bro. Yeah, see ya. A bit smaller. Oops. Kind of want this gap to be about the same as here, so I'm adding that there. And then we'll make this also transparent and give it a border. The border is just there so we could see a little better, and give that like a check mark or something. Okay, never mind. I need a different one. That one doesn't let me change the color. Is there no better one? This one maybe? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something like that. And then purple text. Transparency like 90. Text is gonna be tiny. That's too purple. Actually, now that I think about it, this should probably be green. Yeah. Something like that. And then we'd get rid of the borders. Maybe we should have the spacing be a little smaller. And make the boxes a little thicker. Make you smaller. And then move over a bit. Five 13. 513. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe we could increase the text, make it a little bit longer so that we could make the box thicker. I make it look a little better. I think I want this to be slightly closer. Yeah. All right. Now we just make a duplicate of you. Locked in. Yeah, true. Not much activity in the chat anyways, so I figured might as well use the opportunity to focus a little bit. Did you find another fun fact for us? God damn, I hope that didn't get picked up. I'm sorry if it did. That was loud. What color are these? Are they the right color? Yeah. This is locked. I can just copy this. It's about the same distance. Yeah, looks fine. Maybe these are still a bit big. I just need to replace these with something. Like, I already had icons for it. I use this one. And then and market. Yeah, true. I wish I was better at design. This could be so much easier. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. I don't think that's too bad. Hey, Gordon. How are you? These are a little out of place. Maybe it's just because the green is too vibrant. Maybe. What does white look like? Or gray? You know what? Maybe gray would be nice. So I have a gray gradient. And then stroke. It's the wrong colors. I need to make these lighter. It's way too hard to see still. I could probably make that a little brighter. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. With the gray instead. Still think it could be lighter though. Let's just do a lighter gray. Yeah. I kind of like that. Instead of the green. I think it makes more sense. So, where is it though? Didn't you get saved? This one? Yeah, I think I like that more. Maybe the same with these then. Let's try it. Yeah. I think so. White. Yes, replace all. And then it should be you. Oh, why is it selecting the text color? You. Yes, change all. Oh shit. No, don't change all. Oops. To you and get rid of you. All right. Yeah, I think that looks better. Personally, I prefer that. Keep the colors a little more minimal. Maybe we could add like a purple separator line like it had originally as well. That might help. Get rid of the borders on you. And make you guys... What the fuck? Oh, right. Because there's shit behind you. Forgot about that. Oh, come on. Where is it then? Shit behind you. And... You're the shit behind. Okay. So, now... Let's give you the gradient. I can see it a little more clearly on this other monitor. That's not too bad. It's a little boring, but maybe it's fine. I do think that they should match these gaps. Looks a bit weird like this. That's okay though. Not a huge deal. We'll fix it in post. What agent and tools are you using? I'm not using an agent. For what exactly do you mean? Because this is just Canva. I'm not sure what you mean. This is not AI. You was streaming? Yeah, I stream at 3 every day. You didn't know? That's why I haven't been answering the messages. If you've been sending me any. Oh, you want me to warn you every time I stream now? Oh, you can design websites in Canva? I didn't know. Well, I just made a really big canvas and I just build it myself. Like it's... I mean, you can. That's just how I do it because I'm not bothered to learn one of the other like Framer and other tools like that. I just prefer this. It's like a simple Photoshop for me. But to answer your question, yes, you can. I was distracted trying to find millionaires and mailgun, etc. I've been doing this for 4 hours now. Maybe you need a break. Okay, I need a call to action here as well, but this isn't gonna fit anymore. That's an issue with Canva, is now this page is kind of overloaded, so I'm out of space. Yeah, I don't really want to squish anything. Maybe I can just move some of the stuff down. Spacing isn't going to be like this anyway, so I can make you smaller too. Yeah, that'll save me a little bit of space. Nice. That should be enough. Is it responsive and have website features and SEO and such? Well, again, I'm just designing it in Canva. I build it in Webflow. And for Webflow, yes. So I'm just doing the design here. Imagine I'm basically just getting together in my head what I want the wireframe to look like. I'm designing all of it, and then I'm going to implement it into Webflow afterwards. Where is my line separator, which I already have? Bam. It can be green. Very faint line. Instead of this, I should probably just use radial. Since I already have it working, why fuck with it? Does that look better with the line or without the line? I think the line is too long. Maybe halfway. You can end about there. And you can blend out to the website background. So you blend in nicely. And maybe make you a little brighter. 60% maybe. Any opinions? Did it look better before, or does it look better now? I think it looks better now. Just a little extra separation makes it a little nicer. Oops. Let me move these a little further down. Give even more space. Yeah. I think that's not so bad. Maybe you're still a bit long. I don't know. I kind of like the breakup a little bit. Decided to not use Mailgun. The service does not work, so instead I'll make it forward emails to another service provider to then handle it instead. Client emailing a third-party email. All right. Good luck with that. I have no idea what it is that you're doing and how it's going to work, but good luck with it. Hey, Daily Affirmations. Nice to see you around again. How are you doing? I haven't been recording, I just realized. You know what? Fuck it. I'm probably not gonna... Oh, wait, but I'm gonna need the... Nah, shit. Ah, fuck. Okay, whatever. I'll just start recording now. I hate when I do that. I hate when I forget to hit record. Super annoying. Anyway, I think that this is an improvement over what we had before. It's a little longer though, which is kind of shitty. Because I am trying to keep it shorter. It's just what I had before just doesn't feel like it really fits anymore. Maybe it does, maybe I'm overthinking it. For a person that wants to test many tools and services and want to freelance for themselves, how much money does a person need to set aside for testing and development? You have to understand that that's an insanely difficult question for me to answer, because I don't know what kind of tools you're going to be using. I don't know what you're going to be building. I don't know what freelancing you're going to do. So I have no idea. It really depends on what you do. I can tell you personally, I got my whole business up and running. Like the minimum amount of cost you basically need is enough money to have a website and a domain, and ideally a custom email. And that'll cost you about 200 to 300 euro. That's how much it cost me. A lot of other tools that you use have free trials and stuff that you can use. So how is this versus this? Because this is just shorter. Like, that's what I like about this, is this is so much shorter. But I don't really like how this blends in with this section. I feel like it looks a bit weird. Let me grab this and just make myself like a little testing block. Add new page. That's about the right size. View. Just want to get one nice screenshot. So I can use it. To check out the whole thing. So there you go. There we are. This is so much longer. I really would like to save on some space, but I just really don't like the way that this fits in with this. Is there anything else I could do instead without copying this design? Like, it looks good, that's not the problem. The problem is the length. This is way shorter. Maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe it's fine. I might just run with this. It's just annoying to have like four grid thing repeating like that. Is there anything else I could shove in there instead? to kind of separate it a little bit. I don't know. What other sections do I have? Having to read and learn diagrams to understand Amazon's way of handling mail is killing me, I swear. Yeah. I mean, you gotta give it time. I mean, I know that you're probably somebody that wants to do shit really fast, but it's just not always realistic. You know, probably need a little bit of time to understand what the fuck is going on. Okay, let me check. What other sections am I gonna add? Maybe I won't have the pricing here. Maybe I will make a separate page which just has this entire section in it. Maybe that is what I'll do. I'll think about it. Web design. Wireframe. Let's take a look here. Don't need you anymore. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have the case study section. That's probably gonna come above the results. Yeah, maybe I'll put that. I'll put how our system works and then case study. I wonder if there's a way that I can shorten this section by how would I do it? Get rid of what's included, because that's taking up a bunch of space unnecessarily. Move the value box to the bottom. I really would like to have like a see details thing at the bottom here, which maybe somebody could click on to expand on these points. Or maybe I just don't need the titles. Maybe that's what I'm too concerned about. Maybe I should just get rid of the titles and just have it be the flat explanation of what it is. That would save on a lot of space and make this section be way more readable. So we'd get rid of this, this, and this. So it would just be this, and then check mark, explanation, what you get, and then this value thing at the bottom. Maybe we'll do something like that. Just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see how much space it would save. Let me grab one of these. Yeah, it's about the right size. Okay, so wanted to have it there so I could build it more easily. Okay. So this top part is going to be the same. So maybe I should just use screenshots. Give me you. Oh, come on then. Paste. Ah, whatever. Give me you. That. Done. Copy you again. Crop to you. Okay, and then we will have you. You will go at the bottom. And text thing. A little bit small. What size is this? That's about the same size. Okay. We build. Yes, yes, blurry, whatever. So you go here. I'd probably have this text be lighter and then this text a little darker. Right now it's a bit backwards, but alas, it's fine. That calculator would be nice as well. Okay. Yeah, this is so much smaller. Takes up way less space. Look at the difference in how much space it takes up. This looks a little more text heavy though, which is a problem. Like ideally I would just have the headings. Be something like warm, done for you, Instagram ad campaign. And then make you bold and full capacity. And then where's the other thing? Why is this not written on this one? Ideally, I would want something like this. Make it even smaller. It's just that this is like, this doesn't... Maybe this would look a bit better. It just doesn't explain enough. That's my issue with this. Ideally, maybe if I had some kind of system where you could hover over it and it expands it, or you have like a little see details button at the bottom. Same with this, like I could write in something like, let's see. maybe instead of that, we could have like a text block. Bring your ass. Toshi. Regular. Bring down your opacity. Value. Make it way smaller. Left aligned. And then maybe even bigger. Have something like this. Maybe actually I could do the per year can be smaller as well. So something like this. This is the right color. Not transparency is the issue. Yeah, maybe something like this. Maybe it could be gray as well. Nah. About. Yeah, maybe something like this, and then have like see details. Small thingy. See details with a little arrow at the bottom right. So get rid of that. Is this regular? Maybe medium would be better. You're bold. Maybe you'd make sense as medium. Yeah. Oops. Sorry about that. Arrow. Maybe this would work. Whoops. You to be like that. I want the line to disappear. Hey Sardar, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's too thick. Anyway, this is just to get an idea. Obviously, it would be a little bit less thick than this. You go inside. 90 degrees. Oopsie. I think that this would look way better, way cleaner. I'm good, bro. What do you do, my friend? Doing web design stuff. Just trying to figure out how to make the site a little bit, like, better looking. Like, for example, I'm trying to redesign this box. I like this, but it's very long because there's a lot of sections to it. So just trying to figure out a different way of how I can present the information. Because I want this to exist. Because I want there to be a value descriptor. Let's see if maybe... What if I put it in underneath? How would this look? We can make this be like 60% transparency or something. Plus clients monthly. Damn it. 2K plus projects. This could easily be 3 to 4x better. And then make you smaller, you longer. Like, cause now it's kind of intrusive for the details tab, which is kind of the issue. Maybe I could make it loop earlier, something like this. It's still a lot more space it takes up, and then you would obviously come down. But that's another option as well. I think it's without coding. Well, yeah, I'm just designing it in Canva right now just to see what it looks like. And then we're going to import it into Webflow. How's it going so far? It's going all right. I just think that this is very long and I'm trying to figure out a way to condense it. So what I would like ideally to happen is... So yeah, this is kind of important, but at the same time, if the show details showed it, it would be fine. So what I really want is this. I want it to kind of just look like this. Maybe I could bring it back into 4 sections like what I had before if I made them like this and I just added an extra point on each of them. And if I could just make it so that when I click details, it expands into something like this. So what I would want it to expand to, let's design that next. So you can be locked. Let's move you over to the left. I'll think about whether I want this one here instead or not. Because they could both work well. But yeah, anyway. It's just an option. So what I want is for this to expand when I click see details. So that it gives more info. That's background wall art is good. I think it's your hobby, artist. Keep working, my friend. No, this is my business. This is gonna be my livelihood. I'm designing my website, and if it doesn't work, I'm cooked. So it's more than a hobby, unfortunately. And then you can come back up. How am I gonna make this look? So you become probably what, 60. Hold. I'm gonna go and take care. Just saw you was scrolling the shorts. Thinking about my phone down. Stop, DT. Yeah. Alright. Well, thanks for the kind messages. Hope you have a nice day. Love from Pakistan. Thank you. Hope you have a nice day. Should this stay in line with you? I feel like that doesn't really make much sense. Unless you went all the way. You should probably be down here. But I just don't know how the logic of this is gonna work. So yeah, I kind of want this to happen. So you know, you have these boxes and it gives, I will try to make good enough titles so that they can understand vaguely what they get. And then if they click see details, it expands and shows them the rest of the box. Even without this, this is still saving on a lot of space compared to this. Like, let's see, what if I were to make it without the C details? Just to take a look at the comparison. So if I get rid of this, make you take up the whole space. Like, it's still much better. Probably lift you up a little bit more. We're still saving space. It looks a little more text heavy though, which is the problem. Because this is very easy to read. There's not a lot of shit here. And if this was the case, I could probably turn the 6 boxes back to 4. Which would also make the section smaller. Had to redo everything I did in the last 4 hours related to SES. Mailgun feel dead, but I learned a lot from it. Well, that's what's important, right? Is that you learn from it. That's what you need. Here's another version of this that we could have. This is easier to see, I think, but this is a bit more streamlined. I think this looks better overall. I think this is our best option. I just have no idea how I'm gonna design this. Nah, that looks worse. I think this makes the most sense. I think it looks better when it's condensed. But then how would it look when you expand one of the boxes? That's another problem I have to consider. What would happen to the other one? Would it just stay the same? So it would look kind of like this? I don't know, but I do think this would look much better than what we currently have. Why is it not changing color? That's odd. Yeah, I'll see if we can make something like this work. This doesn't save enough space and looks really text heavy. So this doesn't look as good as this one. But this one is very big, which is the problem. You know, here's another alternative. Just thought of. What if we did this? Come here. After a bit, I swapped methods and now a more straightforward way of handling it, thank the Lord. I know how that feels. So this is another option. Looks a bit weird though. I think this should be by itself with a little bit of spacing. Yeah. That's another option we have. Takes up about the same amount of space, but it gets to explain the value without taking up that much more space or making it much more difficult to read. Although now I think that it is a bit confusing looking without the value. So, without the what's included part, I mean. So I think that should be there. Yeah, so there's another option. Then when you open it, it would be like an accordion again. And this would probably be much easier to actually integrate. So maybe this is the right way to go. Let me try another option. The other option is move you up. A bit more space here. That's another option. Don't think it looks as pretty. I think this looks better. And then we have this other one. Yeah, I don't like this one. So one of these, probably the ones that we're gonna go with. This one takes up less space, but it also explains less. Whereas I kind of like having this explanation thing here. But I guess also it's like kind of expected that if somebody looks at this value stuff and sees the see details button, they would probably assume that the see details shows what it's about, gives people the option to read it or skim through it if they want. And I could probably put 3 sections here instead of 2 so I could have the boxes open up like I had them before. No idea how I'm gonna build it, but I think it would be nice to have. And the value still sticks out fairly well. I think this is probably what I'm gonna go with. The fuck is happening there? What the fuck are you? Oops. Ghost. Could also underline this. Make it stick out a little more. The underline is a bit thick though. But yeah, I can change that in Webflow. What about you being underlined? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Looks more clickable with the underline. I think I'm probably gonna go with this. Yeah. I like how this looks, but it takes up more space, and I just think it's not super necessary to display this information. But I might change my mind about that. I don't like how this underline looks. It does make it look more clickable though, so maybe I should just leave it. Maybe this should be a different color. Nah. Yeah. I think I'll go with this one. I really don't know, because I like this one too. So hard to decide on this shit for me. Don't know why. Wonder how it's gonna look though. Okay, you know what? I'll get rid of this. And that. Oh. Just want to see when you open it what it will look like with all the other sections. I guess it's fine. I'd prefer them both to open, but I think that might be a little bit of like a UI issue. If I make it so when you click one button, both of them open, some people might not like that. Let's see. This is what it currently looks like. Still quite text heavy. It looks less bad because of this section here. So like this looks less readable than that up there. But this is an option. In general, it's gonna look like this. And it's gonna cut it down so I only have... I could still keep it as 6. But I could also cut it down to 4. Make the section a little smaller. I don't know. Let me check what 6 of these would look like next to each other. Yeah, it can like fit on your screen. Yeah, I think it would be a little too overwhelming. Well, I don't know, like, would it look better like that? Let me try it again. That's what it would look like. Let's see what 6 of these would look like next to each other. Well, now it can't fit as well. This fits better. I think this is less in your face. Weirdly enough. Because this seems too intrusive. Whereas this is still clear but doesn't really jump out at you. I think it's because they're the same color that it's making it look like that. Maybe if it was just 4, wouldn't be as bad. Then I could make this section smaller as well. It would just be the 4. I think that's what I'll have to do. Also possible that it's just because these are too big. But make you a little smaller. Make you smaller as well. Maybe it's just overwhelming because of how big it is. Yeah, that looks a little better. Yeah, I think it was just because of the size. That's way less intrusive. Yeah, that's not that bad anymore. Still think it would probably be better to just fit it into 4 sections. It'd be less reading and then it would just be an extra line here. So... although I think this does look nice, but... I don't know. Like, even though this is literally less text, this feels like less text. Well, anyway, I'll keep this as an option anyway. So it could be 4 of you instead. So... I think this is also an improvement, having 4 instead. And give the option for the accordion. So then this whole section would look like, because this is so long. It looks nice, but so long. This is way shorter, and with the other colors and stuff, it's gonna look a lot nicer, I think. And then this guy will lose 2 of these. Be less colorful. So this section will look something like this instead. Compared to this. Will look more like this. Which I think is probably better. And this will shrink a little bit too. I'll have to test it out. Anyway, I have this saved, so I will see. I think the rest is probably fine. So we'll work on this a little bit. That's fine. This looks okay. I might move this to a pricing page instead. Not sure. But I might. Guarantee. Why choose us? That. FAQ. FAQ is a bit big and bulky, I think. Could probably make it smaller. Hey Thombo, how are you? Do something like that instead. It's a little smaller, less bulky. Would look better, I think. I have another option, which is just another option I have is put it inside of a box. That will make it a little smaller again, which might look better. I'm not sure. Let me just test it out, actually. Let me grab these. Come here. Another test. Well, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, give me you. There we go. Move you down. So what if I made all of you smaller and put you in a box? So let me grab you all. Oop. Can't. Okay. Well, that sucks. Can I do it like this? Nope. Okay. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get rid of these then. I'm just gonna duplicate this a bunch of times. Okay, that's what you're not liking. You're not liking this watermark icon. Oops. Okay, now give me view or something. Yeah, sure. I need this box to be the full width of the section. And you need to be a little lighter. Like that. And then you go underneath you. Actually, you should probably be this color. You should be this color. And you should be the old one. Yeah. Okay. Great. Misalignment. Love that. Okay. So that's another option as well. So we can either do this, or we can do just this, but make it a little bit skinnier. That. I think this probably looks better though. I want to compare them. What do I need? Come on. Give me. For fuck's sake. Can't grab it now. Ah. Let's do it the slow way. Or just move them. Guess you don't need, I don't need these. Come on. There you go. Okay. How long does it take to start seeing results? You, and then one more. Okay. I'll move you up. So, do I like this more? Or do I like this more? I think the other one looks better, to be honest. Maybe this is just like a colors thing, and it would look better if I fixed it up. But I think I like this more. Oopsie. Saved a lot of space there. Okay. All right, so now I'm just gonna have to figure out this part. Still don't know if it looks better with this or without it, but we move. You got this. Yeah, it's very messy now at this point. What do you think? Do you have an opinion? Do you think that this looks better or this looks better? Because I really can't decide. I feel like this one just... I don't know, something... I feel like this one looks better. Like, it's more text, but it's less hard to read. But I also wonder if this is clear enough that this is the value, because I didn't write value. But then I also don't really like this extra space down here because of the see details button. I don't know. I don't know. So hard for me to decide on this basic shit. This sucks ass. Don't like this one. It's more compact, but the gray text may be a bit unclear. But then again, it looks a bit smaller as I'm on a laptop, but compared to the other one, looks good. Which one are you talking about? You mean this one is worse? And yeah, like I'm kind of zoomed out right now, so so you think this one is better than this one? Okay, why? I just want to know if you have a reason. Because I'm not sure which one I like more and I can't decide. It just looks easier to read for some reason, but I don't know if it's clear that this is value because it doesn't say value. So I might have to change that, which might make it a little longer, so it would look worse. And I would probably make this text lighter, because it is very small right now and very gray. Also, this one will look... it will have another one as well. So, hold on, let me see if this changes your opinion, because it is not more compact. It is technically... Let me put this side by side. There. And let me zoom in. Which one do you think is better? Let me fix these real quick as well. Give it a fair test. Ah, shit. This guy lost his arrow. How about now? You can see very clearly. More compact gives all the information straight up, so it wouldn't take up more on the scroll bar. Maybe include value at bottom left like the other. Now, if I had to say, I'd say the right, because I didn't realize there was value in green. What didn't you realize? You didn't realize that this meant value. Because I would probably have to fix that. I would probably have to write something like value equals this and then push this to the right a bit more. So on the left, I thought it was smaller because gray text was in the section, took up more space. Yeah. Only skim the layout. Yeah, but that's good that you thought that, because it's... Wait, so did you just miss this? Like this didn't really register in your head? Or what do you mean? Because if you skimmed through it, that's good feedback, because most people are gonna skim through it. Yes, you completely missed it. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. What about then the difference between... What if... I just did this then? But I think this also isn't clear enough. It needs to say value. How easy do you think it is to read, to notice this compared to this? Because I think this stands out more since it's differentiated from the button. Looks kind of out of place, the value compared to the color scheme and box. My opinion. I don't know what that means. Can you rephrase? Do I have the green thingy saved? I keep deleting them. Give me a rectangle. Probably have to be like this instead. So the left side, the green box of value looks a bit out of place. From my reading, my eyes usually dive to the top of the node, then the features in bold white, completely missing the value box. What about this? Do you think this is like clear enough? Because I think it kind of blends in with that. But I also don't know how else I could make that look. Another alternative, I suppose, is to move this and put this here instead. What about that? I instantly read the right one because it's appetizing. What do you think then about the details thing? Because I think that this is kind of detracting away from this number. Maybe I should change the color of this then. I'll be when we get in food, I'll respond in a sec. Okay, cool. Hmm. Welcome back. What do you think about this then? The details section kind of stands out because where it's at on the right with the icon, but under. All right. Well, I'm wondering, it's like comparing these, the underline, it kind of doesn't hit right. No, I agree. I think that I will get rid of it. Maybe I will like change the underline in the actual like the way that, because in Webflow you can affect like the thickness of it and stuff. Maybe I'll change it. It just made it look a lot more clickable with the underline. But anyway, I'm wondering more between the value thing, because it seems like this only makes sense to be gold. I tried a bunch of different colors and for some reason there's just no other color is hitting right. Everything else is like too dark or seems weird. But I also don't want it to take away from this, because this is important. So I don't know if this is helping attract enough attention to it. Maybe another option as well, which I can do, is maybe give this a gray background and then, oops, give it its color back again. And 15. The left side, the green color for the box for the value just doesn't feel right. I'm not sure why, but it feels off compared to the other colors used. All right. What about it making it gray, like down here? Or even just this one. Let me just make it gray. Fuck's sake. Okay, what about this? Any opinion on this? I think the box doesn't fit overall. I'm not sure. Okay. Too much design type stuff. I'm gonna off preference. That's fine. Thing is, it's more about like, where do your eyes get drawn? That's mostly what I'm concerned about. Because what I want is for most people's eyes to be drawn to the value. So I need them to notice this easily. This is important. I like this here, but I don't like that this is detracting from it. But I feel like having this box here brings your eyes to it more because it stands out, whereas this is all one thing. The top to the note to the value, then So what, you're reading like this, and then, okay, like that? Like, click. Top, bottom, middle. Okay. So you don't think that I should put this background here? Then I can use the reference if something is good, so I'll dart my eyes to the bottom. All right. Well, okay, so the key question is, does this distract your attention from this? Like when you look at it like this, is it distracting enough? Maybe I should change these guys to be either a little darker or a different color as well, just to not take away attention from it as well. Maybe just make them like points instead of check marks. I just want the value to make sure the value is visible enough and that it's not overwhelming. Because when you're looking at this as a whole, I feel like there's so many numbers that it's just, I feel like this softens it a little bit. If you're scrolling slowly, you'd see it, but if you're speeding through it to find key points, maybe missed. Yeah. Well, either way, at the end of it, you hit this. So this is hard to miss. So this is kind of meant to be like the scroll stopper. You know, I think I'll just keep it as this. I think that that's probably the way to go. This is what this section is probably going to look like. And 4 instead of 6. Bring it back to 4. Because I think it's important for me to reduce the size of the sections. Because they are a little big. And then there's the accordion for that. So this is like, because I think that if I have, this looks better than having 6 of these sections, I think. The accordion is a bit longer and there's more shit to read if you select to read. I don't know. Maybe I should keep it as 2. It's so hard to decide on this shit. I don't know, but I think that I'm fairly happy with it. Like, this is probably a minor thing. I need to figure out how to do this accordion section. It's going to be a pain in the ass, probably. I think it's better than this, at least. I like this, but it's really long and lots to read. This is going to be much easier to get through. Much smaller. I'll try do it with 4, I'll try do it with 6 and see how it goes. Anyway, that's probably good enough. I don't know if I don't think there's anything else I want to add. I think I'm pretty happy with it at this point. So, I guess I'll call it a day then. Yeah, just a bunch of bots. It's all good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Not gonna have any stream markers. We had a bit of a quieter session today. It's all good. There's that. Okay. So at this point, this should be the full wireframe pretty much. So got this. We're gonna update these sections. Update that. I'm gonna have to add this, which I think looks nice. Don't have any complaints there. This looks okay. Obviously, we'll drag this up. This looks okay, I think, as well. I was thinking of making these like dark gradient colors. I think they'd be cool. Kind of like these knobs, but the actual icon instead. I might not even have this section on the main page, though. I'm still not sure. This looks fine. This looks fine. Might change the colors. It was locked in. This is true. I like this. I think this looks good. That looks good. That looks good. FAQ looks fine. Probably could be a little smaller still, but overall it's fine. I'd like to add some background colors as well to it, to this. That's something I would like to do. Like if I added some kind of green glow. Let me just grab one to show as an example. So just grab something like this. Make it a bit smaller. And then shove it in the back. And then make it way less transparent. Ignore the Canva watermark. But I like that it's kind of see-through, and if there were some glows like this in the back, I think it could look cool. It's just that the Canva thing is kind of shit. But it would make it look like these are being lit up from behind. Maybe I could reduce the transparency on it even more. But obviously the watermark is making it look super ugly. Is there any free ones? They're all fucking pro. If it at least removed the watermark while I was editing would be nice. White glow. What about this? It looks more like mist than glow, but alas. So make you smaller. And shove you in the back. And reduce your transparency. They're kind of like that. Like, it's very subtle. But I think it could be nice with a little bit of color. Anyway, that's not too important. I think overall this looks fine. I'm gonna obviously change some of these colors because they're too vibrant. It's gonna look more like this section. And then my contact page section. And this is what I'm going to replace that top part with. It's going to look much better. So yeah, that's it. All right, well, that's cool. Let me download this just in case. Download everything. Yes. Yes. No, fuck off. Download a free watermark draft. Come on. Thank you. Done. All right. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna call it a day. I think that was enough. I think we finished. I think I'm happy with it now. I'll see what the implementation is like, and then maybe tomorrow we'll work on... I don't know what else. Done good, got a lot done. Yeah, at least we finished it finally. 3 days of work on that. Whatever. It'll be done now, at least. We'll have to do the animations too, but I'm just gonna make my girlfriend do it. They should be fairly easy. But yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we'll do tomorrow. I'll have to take a look at my to-do list. Also see if the client responds to stuff. So, shouldn't be too tough, so you should be good. Yeah, the animations are fairly easy. It's fine. It's mostly just making the box get a little bigger, so it looks like it pops up a bit and giving it a little bit background shadow. That's about it. And maybe occasionally a little border. But anyway, that's gonna be it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Nice to have everybody around. Decent stream. Bit more quiet than usual, but that's okay. And yeah. But I got some stuff to DM you in a moment. Cool. Talk soon then. I might go have dinner first. I'll see. But yeah, that's it. Bye.